As we die, our beers go flat and our new-fangled cigs put themselves out. As we die, our food won't rot, but we will coagulate and cancer will soon spread. As we die, the bugs will win in our own dwellings. As we die, our ceilings cave in from feet of snow and weight of time. As we die, the gas station attendant may wonder what happened. As we die, people will remember, some will forget, but it's not the fact. It's not over yet. As we die in eternal hell. As we die, we're being replaced. Aren't we all enthralled with America? Because so we never were. What is this enchantment? Just want to know what all the fuss is about. Knowing in some heart that something inspired the grace of the past. We all made poets. We all hate sitting in one place too long. The journey, the travel story, the merry band of wandering drunks, hate and infuriating to those bound in chains to their cubicles or cubits. And all the great Americans took to Paris, and supposedly the other way around. It's about complaining over what you obsess over. It's a feeling of not knowing the country you came from, but wanting to walk every inch. And all the best writers are gay, and if you're lucky, Joel will tell you what gay sex is hyper-masculine, and all self-righteous intellectuals all thinking themselves the only man to have ever cracked a book. Being smoking cool and solitary and solitude even cooler, ironically pointing to the wisdom of some low-cultural relic, sweating bullets and writing with razor blades. Well, maybe spring for a one-night thing if you can. Even in pursuit mode, make yourself feel better, get a couple queued up, peg on the fail. Hold on to that tourist pendant, you'll date one eventually. Young kid called poem, just the newest words learned. Hardy and heavy, but thrown onto the page. Infinite love for all of humanity. That bullshit mantra I quote when I'm angry. Crisis is carried out through deftly written computer code. Tell him you locked him out. Tell him that there's not a thing they can do about it. Tell him you got him by the balls. Just stop with the hollow pleasantries of please and thank yous. Just damn it, be honest for once. If you didn't realize, the Catholics own all the small businesses. They advertise in each other's parish bulletins. Best bang for your buck in advertising. Coming in from multiple directions, who isn't dying? Cigarette fiends, smoking machines, lucky bastards with only one addiction. All my friends work at bars and restaurants. Some wash your dishes or cook your food, or serve you drinks or sell you stupid knickknacks or loyal bags of white powder. They'll sell you high-class coffee, pressure-selling prescient. You read my mind, offering Dayglow and shots of luminescence. Show each other our souls on a Wednesday night and our subconsciouses on Saturday, but we truly weren't train wrecks. We ran into each other. Whatever fucking matter. 24 and a life gone, it seems. The work of open mics and being sober for a night straight. And heaven will be the day I get all my stuff in one file, one space, one pile. You bastards can get the glimpse full on at the same time for once, not the piece by piece, catch and release, meandering and temperate, not brought into the heart to shoot sparks and cancerize. Really get in there and work that black magic, get on our skin and get a good boil going. Pain and thrill subdue me. In a deathmatch I'll be killed. Minute lacerations shine up so close to the skin. One too many bouts, this time I'm bound to win. Growing stronger every day as I hunger towards experience. My sweetest delirium. Slip away to my little island in that big red sun. Flying by, on my rise, above and beyond every high. Somewhere I'll find that little niche of mine before my next trip to this world. A cool place to kill some time. Have fun and frolic in a junkie's wet dream. Every crazy chemical swimming through my bloodstream. Not eternal, but sometimes it's close enough to count. Your dimensions lose all recollection here. It's a wild place. Stop by when you're free. All is not as it appears. Remember my words from when your time arrives, when you recall what it's like to feel so blissfully alive. I've got nothing but my defeat. I've got no control over me. Serpentine through wood and tree, above the barren flying free. Fair my air, my saboteur, my friendly confidence. Grace me with impurity, I'm yearning for your presence. Fade to gray in apathy, failure for my labor. Call myself... Crazy enough to call yourself my captain, oh my savior. Deep despair, troubled longing, sing the last song upon the deathbed of life that lasts for years to come in constant agonies for so long. Thrust upon the throngs of fate, saved from sanity all too late, that laden curse that brings us all into the light of life's withdrawal. Reality comes with the knowledge of all that binds to sorrow, drowning in images of a greater tomorrow, never come to be a sweeter destiny. As all our fields lay fallow. She's my perfect imperfection. She is my complete obsession, a coercing deceit that's closer to me than any heartfelt tragedy. Uninspired and unadmired, no minds to lead astray. Say hello to my disease. The plague will spread till it engulfs the world and forsakes me for my dirty deeds. I've been disillusioned in the worst of ways. explosively destructive, borderline insane. I will not embrace the human race. You are not my friend. I will cling to my one lust to die in the all-accepting end. I have grasped for air through years, finding no such luck. My struggle is ended, to hell I descend, my body is running to muck. Dead before I've been alive, the fruits of my labor I am waiting to savor, no place in this world to thrive. My mind was not cherished before I have perished, my kind is not fit to survive. This world was not made for me, I see this every now and then. I'll take my rightful place among the stars, leaving it without a trace, and never come back again. Overshadowed and overdone, there's no meaning, where's the fun? Just one last time to feel the rhyme, reason takes a back seat for a season. Feeling a high so low, I scared myself to know I didn't kill myself 5 minutes ago. I won't run and I won't fight, I'd rather drown with a grip on life. I'd pull you in, that's how we're friends, I drag you down to the deepest end. Only lifeguards can swim like men. The red they wear warns me to keep away, because they're hot like all that burns up. I'll spark their flame, I'll fall to blame. The novelty fire extinguisher wasn't very funny. Now they're dead for a cheap laugh. Cheap life anyways. What an ideal. What an even deal. My suicidal tendencies have come and passed. I should have cashed in when I had the chance. Now I'm stuck. My life's a mess. No freedom left except one death. I'm not here to make a little contribution just to appease your cultural deity. This world's owed me more than words can describe. I'm here to cash in while I'm still alive. Spent all my mind on a damn good time. Silly playing memories, copy line for line from the magazines of memoirs I burned alive. Turned my life to ashes and printed in pages of sticky slimy goo to guide me through the ages. My cranium was filled with a senseless clutter. My dreams and realities all bled together until the slush condensed into a catatonic mess. My cognitive abilities aren't quite what they used to be. How can any man survive such a condition? My brain's been fried beyond recognition. I'll bleed every color of the spectrum for you. The brightest yellow to the royalest blue. One pack down in a quart of ashes, gonna incite riot to the masses, gonna get away from the city where the green grass grows and the river flows. I'm going back to where I've been. I've made amends for my sins. I'm gonna buy a new place to roam, and I can call it home. So traveling down the same old road, never should have tried to do it alone. But it's always been life such a rush. Who said it's got to be such a fuss when you got nowhere to go? And this I know. Toss back, forth and free. Swing for blood and a bludgeon whack. Decide if you can. Destroy all this stuff remains unseen. Shadows drift and currents pass with light upon the glowing street. I lost my place and fall behind as penetrating winds hold strong. I've fallen and left to feel the wrong, the pain in knowing I can't go on. My girl's wrist, it's obvious. Cut up and half bled. Why waste away into tomorrow and another day you're dead? Busty, lustful, sanguine sluts who speak about true love, believing everything happens for a reason, crossed by the cared for and the stars as well. We used to read tarot cards before the I Ching became the big thing. Suicidal girls like Dexter and Johnny the homicidal maniac, and look through all my movies till I find natural-born killers whose numbers are scrawled into C seats for sappy suckers to call. Flirting with Tim Burton-esque tramps between Joy Division tracks, in gloves in warm weather, atheists wearing crosses, spurring religion for silly superstition, all characters in my transmedia fiction. It's okay to be taken overshadow, content to mastermind myself, free from vices, joyful lesser values, follow instinct over logic, and natural betrayal. Never be cheap when it comes to fun. No price set for happiness, all that matters, life's too short. Gotta love the one you got, 'cause it might get over, you might get shot. You can't take life too seriously, enjoy it while you can, 'cause you'll never be here again. You gotta make it out alive, party and live. There's a difference in living and living well. You can't have it all to yourself. Something's always missing until you share it with someone else. Write that down. A friendly little lapse from the dregs of sanity. It seems like your truth is held in contrast between the real and the social memory. The definition ebbs and flows the way your interests come and go and circulate around the table of corruption. Just follow the money trail in the right direction. Listen to their putrid speeches pretending like you care. Observe the subtle mental leeches making sure you're scared. Social contortionists attempt to control. The minds of men are a pliable mold. The deceit becomes apparent in the media age. The slide is set and wiped 20 times a day. Alright.